Hi everyone, welcome to helpyourmath.com. My name is Britannia Rose and today we're going to do division of square root. So if we were to have the square root of 2 divided by the square root of 2, we can cancel these two out because they're the same. We have a square root of 2 on the top and a square root of the bottom. So we can just cancel these out and we'll have 1 over 1, which just give us 1. Now, if we were to have negative 4 times the square root of 3 over the square root of 3. Here, we have a negative 4 in front of it, but that doesn't really matter because we have a negative 3 on the top and on the bottom. So we can still cancel them out. So we have 1 here and 1. There's going to be negative 4 times 1 over 1, which will just give us negative 4. Now, if we were to have 3 times the square root of 24 over the square root of 6. Now here, we don't see 6 on the top, and we don't see 24 on the bottom. But we can still divide their numbers out. So we can divide 6 into 24, and that is what we're going to do. So we're going to divide 6 into 24, which goes into it 4 times. So we're going to have 3 square root of 4. 1, and this will become the square root of 4. So now you have 3 times the square root of 4. Again, you can reduce the square root of 4, which we know is just 2. So we're going to have 3 times 2, which gives us 6. Now, if we were to have the square root of 3 times the square root of 12 over the square root of 4. Here we have 3 different square roots, and we can see that we don't have a square root of 4 on top, or a square root of 3 on the bottom, or a square root of 12. But again, we can still divide a square root of 4 into the square root of 12, well, by dividing out their numbers. So the square root of 4 goes into the square root of 12, which gives the square root of 3. Now, since we have the square root of 3, the square root of 3, we know that equals to 3. Now, if we were to have 2 times the square root of 5 and the square root of 35 over the square root of 7. Now, it's a little different here. We have a 2 in front of the square root of 5. But again, same concept applies for division, that applies to multiplication, that applies to division. We can divide the square root of 7 into the square root of 35. So the 2 here, because there's no number, well, there's a number here, it still can be, 2 can be divided by 1. Yeah, 2 can be divided by 1. But we can still divide the square root of 7 to the square root of 35, which will give us the square root of 5. So you know, square root of 5 times square root of 5 would just be 5, and this would just be 2 times 5, which gives us 10. Again, so that's over 1, we know it's just 10. Now if we were to have If we were to have 4 times the square root of 18 times the square root of 3 over negative 2 times the square root of 3. So here, as you can see, we both have the square root of 3 on the top and the bottom. So we can cancel these out. Now here we have negative 2. Now, we only can cancel out negative 2 with the 4 because it is outside the radical. We can't cancel it out with the 18. this, like I said, the same concept that applies to multiplication apply here. You have to divide numbers that are like terms. So you only can divide the coefficients. You can't just divide -2 into -18. So this should just be crossed out. 1 is -2. So now we're left with -2 times the square root of 18. We can simplify the square root of 18, which will just give us -2 times 3 radical 2, which gives a final answer of -6, the square root of 2. Thank you.